Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and we're once again in Bristol Airport, after a fashion, a SimAirport version of Bristol Airport here in the UK. It's a very much simplified version so far. We haven't built our first floor or our mezzanine floor. Our departure and security areas are entirely the wrong place, but it's got a similar kind of layout. And we're at the end of another day. I think it's pretty much the day we left off in the previous episode, but there's a few things I just want to have a look at here before we make a couple of changes to deal with the issue that I realised at the end of the last episode, that my schedule was coming apart. Certainly the early morning part of it, I wasn't getting passengers through quickly enough to their flights. And some aircraft were arriving before the late flight had departed, so they had to use a standby gate, which is what we created here. So things were coming adrift. So I've made a few changes, and while I'm here, a big thank you to Thomas Drailing. I'm not quite sure how I'd pronounce your surname, but Thomas, thank you so much for commenting on the last video. Made a couple of very pertinent points about the layout of the airport. As I said, I'm trying to be vaguely realistic to Bristol, and they only have the one runway, which kind of limits the number of flights we can get through efficiently. And despite the fact that the real Bristol Airport has, as far as I can tell, 36 gates, I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to achieve that in this game. I think the setup and the way they work must be a little bit different. But that's what we're trying to do. As he suggested, I'm looking at, first off, just sorting out my security here to get people through to the departure lounge more quickly for first thing in the morning. And I've also adjusted the schedule. Let's actually look at that, shall we? I've added in another ticket desk for the pre-check period, 4 till 5. Now the first flight, as we said last time, doesn't arrive until 6 AM anyway. So that should give people, those really sort of early bird flyers, time to get through the system. And in security, I've moved the early check-in to these 3 desks here, as opposed to the 2 on this side. Now one thing I missed out in the last episode, which I had done, I don't think it makes any real difference here to the setup, but it's just an interesting thing you can do in the game. If I visualise these queues, I actually streamlined the operation here. So we have 3 queues of people. Anybody can go to any queue, and these 2 queues will direct people to each of these 2 sets of ID check desks. This little queue here just goes to the 1 desk, and when people pass in their IDs and get checked in by these desks here, they go through to the linked baggage scanner here, and obviously the metal detector attached to that. I don't think that makes any real difference to the throughput, but it does mean that if you're messing things around in terms of having different ID check desks occupied and manned and different bag scanners manned, you've got to make sure you've got the right set connected and manned or unmanned at the right time. Otherwise things will seriously go amiss. Okay, now the other thing was the schedule of my flights. Now, again, I'm creating problems for myself here by insisting that gate A2 here is only for EasyJet, that only large planes can use gate 1, and the other gates here, the other stands here, the other gates, they are very busy, but I could mix them up. And as you can see, I have got sort of gaps here on gate A3, which was kind of reserved for the smaller airlines to use. And then I noticed that actually some of these airlines are actually flying quite small planes anyway. So that Logan Air flight, a maximum of 37 passengers. They shouldn't be mixing in with the likes of Ryanair and Wizz Air or TUI. They carry hundreds of people potentially on their flights, so I think we can move those. And what that means is that I can extend the boarding time, the turnaround time for these early morning flights, and that should allow me to get them in and out more efficiently. So move you down there. Because otherwise it meant really squeezing these periods, particularly this afternoon schedule here. So if I move you up, now how many people have you got? 160. And you are an hour 50. Actually, you've been okay generally. It's only these early morning ones that have been giving me problems. So let's take you out to 9 o'clock. How many are you on there? 150. Let's make you hour 50 as well. The Ryanair one, it's one of our big ones, 200. 2 hours and 20 minutes. That should be plenty, really. How long are you? You're 150. We'll leave them at 150, which should be plenty. This one here, 140. Yeah, you should be fine. Actually, let's make you out 150. We've got the time to do it. Now, I'm not sure if having planes arrive and depart at the same time is going to be a big issue. As far as I can tell, and if you're more familiar with the game than I am, please do let me know. I believe that the departure time is the time at which they actually leave the stand. They leave the gate. They close the doors and head off down the taxiway. I think that is the departure time. So if there's a queue on the taxiway to get onto the runway and take off, I'm not sure that's my problem. As long as I've got the planes boarded, I think if I can get them boarded before they're due to leave, then I'm okay and I'll get my perfect ops bonus. Right, now I think this should be good. We have got 2 flights arriving at the same time. That shouldn't be an issue. As we've seen, flights have a kind of random arrival time. Some arrive a bit early, some arrive a bit late. So having them scheduled for the same time shouldn't be an issue, generally speaking. Okay, I think I'm happier with that now, and I might even be able to fit in some more flights. But what I want to do here is reset that schedule, get my teams running through the day. Actually, can I stop that there for a second? No, it's too late already. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. And then what I probably do is I'll run through tomorrow quick speed, then I'll fast flash forward, as it were, to the following day, where I've got bigger plans to improve my airport even further. But before we do that, let's quickly stop here and see how much profit we're making so far today. Press P for profit. Now, the thing is, this fuel here, nearly $147,000 worth of fuel, was bought about 11 o'clock, so 40 minutes ago. Now, until I bought that fuel, I was making over 160,000 in profit, which is pretty darned impressive considering, looking at my cash flow graph, I've been losing money quite efficiently, very effectively losing money for several days now. So today we're online for a profit, so we'll just wait for it to turn over midnight, where all the final staff costs and so on come into play, and we'll see how far down that goes. Hopefully it stays in profit, which I think it should. 21,000. Excellent. That is very good indeed. Let's just double check by going out and going back. 21,000. I'm happy with that. I think that is my first day actual profit. So what we'll do, we'll fast forward a little bit, and we'll see how the early morning works with the slightly rearranged setup I've got now. And then I'll fast forward through the rest of the day, and we'll come back and do the big thing I've got planned for today. Thereafter, probably on the day after today, so that'll be day 14, because I'm hoping we'll make money. Oh, this is good. My airline interest is now 40%, so that's gone up a little bit. It has been hovering around, this doesn't tell me anything useful, has been hovering around 37, 38 for most of my time so far, but it looks like the airlines are getting happier with me, which means they will give me more flights, which means I'm going to have more problems. No, actually we'll do that later. I have something in mind which requires a minor change. If I do that now, it might give away what I plan to do. And I want to keep you in some sort of suspense, so you at least stay a few more minutes with the video. Yep, I'm as mercenary as that, I'm afraid. Okay, so the ticket desks are being manned. Yeah, I've opened up this third coach desk here. So we've got an all ticket, first class and coach class ticket desks there. Yeah, they are both very busy. We're getting people through. That's looking okay. Now they're all manned. It's 5 o'clock. The first plane comes in. He's buying fuel from me. That's really good. Refueling. I can't tell from there. About 12 grand. That's okay. We're not in profit yet, but I didn't really expect it to be. Oh yeah, our perfect ops bonus is that. What's that? I don't know what the hotkey for that is. Yeah, we didn't make it yesterday either. I think that was just 4 people missed their flights, and just had 1 significantly delayed flight. So yeah, 3, 4. That's not too bad actually. Yeah, so I think we're getting better. Right, so how are we looking so far this morning? No. Right, so they're still not fully boarded. Right. Yeah, I think as Thomas was suggesting, I might need to actually have my desks fully manned. Or I could have the pre-check period start earlier. That might be a better way of doing it. We shall see. So it looks like there's no perfect ops today either. I mean, they departed just a couple of minutes late. The actual arrival, as you can see, they arrived, yeah, half an hour earlier or whatever. So I think the issue is the fact that I'm not getting people through to the departure lounge quickly enough. So yeah, so what I'll do actually on that is we will reschedule this. So we're in pre-check-in here, so we'll take pre-check-in to 3:30. Likewise, we'll bring the ticket desks in at 3:30, so they got an extra half hour. Yeah, nobody else is coming in at that time of day, are they? No. Security. I suppose we could bring in the retail workers as well for pre-check a little bit earlier. Oh, actually, you're all... Oh, I've already set you to 3:30 for retail. Oops. Okay. Yeah, you guys are in very early anyway. Up there in the arriving lobby. Okay. So hopefully that will help tomorrow. So as I said, what I'll do is I'm not going to do any other building today. I will fast forward through today just to make some more money. We're already in we were in profit there for a moment. We will be soon, I'm sure. So we should make more money today, and then I will rejoin you at the end of today, and we will get cracking on the next big expansion plan. See you in a moment. And so here we are. We're coming close to the end of the day, and something rather unexpected happened, which I didn't actually see happening, and I'm rather distressed about. That's this flight here in the evening, the 9:10 Wizz Air 1901. It left well within time, but with nobody on board, and I have no idea why. So I wasn't actually paying too much attention to that. I was just looking around at how to do something I wanted to do for the rest of this video. So that's really disappointing. As you see, our morning flights are still a bit of a mess. I have made further adjustments to our schedule here, stretched out the layover time for some of them, changed their times of arrival and departure a little bit, and hopefully that will work better. But we are so far today making money, not quite as much as we made yesterday, and it highlighted something I did just a moment ago. When we were looking at yesterday's figures, I said that was the cost of fuel. That's not. 146,683 is the income from fuel. We spent 126. So yeah, so I just got those numbers round the wrong way. So that's quite impressive sales figure. We earned 20,000 in 20,500 in revenue for that. So what will happen today? Get this running a little bit faster, and we should see 11 o'clock come up and the fuel will arrive. Will that turn up here automatically, or will I need to refresh the screen? There you are. We only made 8,000 in profit on the fuel. About nearly 9. And in terms of our flights, yeah, apart from that one, everything else has gone through very smoothly indeed. So yeah, perhaps I need to take a more organised approach, a more consolidated approach to the schedule to get that working. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to wrap up today there, and the next stage of the plan, which will hopefully improve some things. It should improve the boarding time and hopefully improve my airline confidence. The percentage of airline interest should improve, and that is baggage handling. I'm going to try and introduce that here. Now, one thing I've just noticed, the baggage carousel will go along, there is the conveyor, will go along here, but then it needs to go down underneath to go into the sort of baggage handling system, which is basically underneath the airport foundations, as it were. And because I've put the toilets there and that door, I'm not sure it'll work terribly well. So I think I'm going to remove that door, but I'm going to need to wall this corridor up to make sure I don't lose the security on that zone. So let's get that done first. Let's wall that up. We'll only put that door in there kind of temporarily to allow my workmen to get quickly across the building to maintain the, as it were, air side. I think that's what they call it, isn't it? Yeah. So we want a staff door in there so the staff can get through. And we're using the modern staff door for that. You'll go in there. Okay. And what we'll do then is we will dismantle that there. Put in a bit of wall in its place. Actually, do I need to do... That's a good point, because as you can see here, the conveyor belt will come off there, and it will then... I'm not sure. I think I do need that gap there. Right, so let's put our conveyor belt in. That is utilities, isn't it, in here? So conveyor belt. So we want you running. I was thinking I might put it up there, but my thought for the moment, and again I might, I could do actually, if I put that up there, then the baggage hand, actually that might work better if I put it up there. If I go underground a bit, where's the pipeline? That's the pipeline for the fuel. Let me just mark that out in the planner. Page up. So there's the fuel pipeline. So yeah, I think if we have a bit of road along here, because the baggage depot needs to be alongside a piece of road or taxiway, and that's bringing the baggage up from underground. I think it might work there actually. Yeah, let's do that, and we'll see if it all goes horribly wrong. I haven't actually sort of played this through, so I've no idea if it will work or not. Because quite often when I have these grand schemes, I will actually plan it through, play it through for a bit, just see if it's actually feasible and possible to do it that way. Right, so let's run you up there. Then we need a down transition. Which way round are you? You're blocked by the wall. Actually, do you need to be... I can never work out which way round these things go. No, right, so that's the input with the arrows on. So you do need to be there, and you're too close to that wall. So I think it might work better here, actually. Yeah. So let's do it that way round. as I had originally described to you anyway. So let's put the conveyor out there. Then we'll have the down transition here, which should put that down there. And once the guys have worked that out, we'll plan where we want everything else to go. Right, so if that goes down there, so I was thinking of putting the baggage hub here, so it would be, the baggage will be picked up here and then sent down. So I think I will actually carry on with that idea, I think. So, right, have they done that yet? Not yet. They're doing that in a moment. We can get rid of that bit of planning. I don't want that there. So, let's stick this in nice magenta colour. Right, so you are going to go, if we take you out like that, and then you will come down hereabouts. Okay. We have, oh dear, we have got, let's pause the game here. We have got our underground car park there, haven't we? Is that going to get in my way? I'm feeling it might, unless I can run the conveyor belt around this. Okay, we're going to need a hub which sorts the bags out onto for each gate and for each baggage carousel for the arriving passengers. Now, there are two hubs available to me. There is the standard one, the baggage hub here, which is like that. So that's got that might be sufficient. That cost me £2.5 grand, but I have noticed there is in structures no, it's not, it's under ops, a big baggage hub, which is a modded version, which costs me less than half, and that has more ins and outs. So I think I might use this one instead, and it should work in exactly the same way. I don't know if it's got the accelerators on though, because having researched baggage technology, whatever it was, I can add accelerators to the hub, which makes their processing faster, their throughput faster. I'm not sure if this supports that, but we shall find that out perhaps. So we could put this in here. Now if we put that in, I think that's going to be too close to the hub. So we will have this gets unsightly here. I could go down another level and do it down there, but that's just spending money unnecessarily. Now, can I get a two-way conveyor? Because getting to the baggage depot for the vehicles to pick the baggage up, we do need it to be, it's utilities here, we do need a two-way conveyor. So you've got bags going out and bags coming in. Actually, so you could, it's saying I can do that. I'm slightly surprised because that's where the pipe is. I was thinking I might need to move the pipe, but it seems okay, let's see how we do. Right, so the baggage hub, the big one, which we saw earlier, it's down here somewhere. It's not in strict alphabetical order. Oh, actually it might be. It's got mod in front of it, but then it's got a bracket in round mod, so there it is. Yeah, all these mods at the end. So it is kind of alphabetical, that's fine. So we'll stick you there. Right. Actually, if we stick you there, I think. Or no, let's stick you this way round. I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Okay, if we put you there, okay, and then we need to lay out our conveyor belt. We just need the one-way conveyor belt. It's utilities, isn't it? For this, so that will actually, we'll send that into this top channel here. I will when it gets built. Yeah, see, this is expensive, but hopefully the improvement in my rating with the airlines will cover this. It looks like I'm going to have to build foundation there, but we'll get the guys building. There they go. Get this sorted out, and then I can work out exactly how much extra foundation I want. Yeah, the problem with the automatic building of structures underground or indeed overground is they put walls around the foundation that it builds, which then means you've got to take the wall away to extend it, which is, I think, what's going to happen here with the conveyor belt. Okay, still haven't finished that. Come on, guys, let's get on with it. We haven't got all day. And people will start arriving. They are arriving already. They're being processed through. Now, hopefully, we'll get better performance from our flights. 41% airline interest. That's going up. This is good news. Yeah, you see, we've got a wall there, so I can't build conveyor belt through it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Ah, that's better. Right. And you. And oh, there you go. That's me building this conveyor belt in sections. How annoying is that? I can't take you away because that opens you up to. Oh, let's just build it as foundation then. Okay, dismantle you. And you. And then we can put the conveyor belt in. I mean, this is beneficial if you plan things ahead of time and you know exactly what you're going to do. Well, I have a vague idea and then it sort of works or doesn't work. Right, now we need to change this hub to incoming. So right click that, that's a consumer, so this is taking bags in. So it will take a single conveyor direction. Where you've got both in and out, you need, as you can see there, double conveyor, which we will want for some. That's for if you're connecting multiple hubs together, basically, if I remember correctly. So we want conveyor in there. Click it, there you go. And up here, I need to demolish more walls. And you get our conveyor in. Come on, chap. There you go. That's that done. Okay, now we'll take a short breather from that and have a look above ground. It all looks good here so far, doesn't it? Let's have a look at this. Well, some slight improvement. Okay, we've still got one passenger missing off that very first flight from EasyJet. Everything else is leaving on time and is fully boarded. Though we do have an issue with the EasyJet here, which is going to our standby gate, which is what it did yesterday as well. I'll have to look at that in the schedule, and we'll have to look at that in more detail and try and understand why it's doing that. But things appear to be slightly improved, which is good. Right, okay, so this baggage thing here, we're going to need foundation out here and then along here. I'm not happy with the fact it's on that pipe. It may be something that they have adjusted since the early access builds, but there used to be conflicts where, because you're essentially, this is the one story underground, as it were, and we've got objects intersecting here where they shouldn't or couldn't. We shall see. Okay, equally above ground, we're going to need somewhere for the baggage depot to go. And the baggage depot will be under utilities as well, I think. Baggage depot, there it is. It's quite a small thing, but it does need to be adjacent to a road. So, I'm thinking... Let's pause this for a second. I think they go along the long side of it. That would make sense. So if we have the vehicles going, a road going along there and up there, does that seem reasonable? I'm thinking it does. I'm thinking it does. So let's construct a little bit more road. And we will place you, yeah, along here. 22,000? This road is expensive. And you can connect up there. Alright, I'm making good money today actually, so far. Yeah, it's mid-afternoon. We're selling a lot of fuel. That's excellent news. Which means we'll have to spend more when we refill our tanks. But there you are. Are they still waiting for supplies? Looks like they are. I still have the 20 workmen employed, I think. Yeah, which should be plenty to do these sort of larger projects without interrupting the other work they do, the baggage handling. I mean, that's one thing as well this baggage handling system will deal with, is it will allow me to have workmen doing nothing apart from building things and maintaining. So I can cut down the number that I employ without compromising customer service. Right, so that's connected there. That is going to connect, isn't it? Or do I need another... Ooh, this is interesting. I don't like the way that's... No, I think that should work. I think that should work. Right, so we've got that there. Right, so let's demolish some of these walls. We don't need you. We don't want you. Oh, yeah, and it's interrupted the pipe work there. It could at least have said, I'm going to break something, rather than just say, yeah, we'll do that, no trouble, and then everything gets broken. So we need more pipes in here, because that's going to interrupt my my quite profitable fuel service. That will do. Let's we need to prioritise that. Want to make that urgent. There you go. How are we doing up here? Everything looking good? Profitable, excellent. Flights. And you've left with no passengers on board. What is going on here? Aer Lingus B1. There's a gate agent there. Bus, yeah, they're doing everything. Yeah, that one did work. Okay, so it's just that one there. Wow. Okay. Oh, I haven't finished the pipe work yet. Come on, chaps, get on with it. Why, it's gone green again now? I don't understand. Now, the question is, has that interrupted my tanks? My capacity is... Oh, it has. Oh, that's a pain. Right. Can I demolish that wall? I need to put a wall in there, presumably. Oh, that is very annoying. But it didn't tell me it was going to do that. It actually took the pipes away. Struth. That's a liberty, that is. Right, so let's get you back connected. That should restore my full 270,000 litre capacity. Right, okay, we need more foundation though down here. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to get that conveyor belt down there. No. Okay, let's build this. Let's get them building it and see what mess we've got. That is going to be a proper mess. We might need to go downstairs again. A further level down. Yeah, even deleting these bits of wall here, I'm not going to get through there. So, oh, we don't get a shadow down on that. So what I want is a little bit of planning. So I've got the road there, so let's put our... Oh, I can hear the rain. I don't know if you can. It is raining very heavily here at Bristol Airport. So where's it coming up from? I think that's coming up from the left, isn't it? He said, hopefully. Let's put you there. It certainly looks like it's coming up, or indeed going down from the left. So let's get that built and see. Oh, there's two. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Yeah, I haven't played for this for a while, so this is interesting. Good. Now, of course, you've got the incoming and outgoing luggage to handle. So, where do you connect your conveyor belts? Aha, right, so that's the in and that's the out. I don't think... No, you can't change those around. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is that's going up there, so we need... Okay, so we need some extra foundation around here. We've hit $1 million, guys! Wow! What is my profit figure like? Whoa! We've sold a lot of fuel today. I am so impressed. You see, fuel, when the price is right, to coin a phrase, can be extremely profitable. Right, so let's get you there because we're going to need a couple more down. We're going to need a couple more down transitions. So if we build that there, let's plan this out as if I know what I'm doing. So you need to go there. Right, let's get the guys on that. And then we've got... Oh. Right, so... Okay, so if we take you to be a producer... So you're sending bags out, and you're taking... No, I didn't need to do that at all, did I? Just turning them around. And you'll be a consumer, so you're taking bags in to go back up to the baggage hall. It's a long way away, actually, isn't it? That is. I hadn't realised it was quite so far away. Okay, well, there you go. Right, what do we got? That's built. So, down here, I don't need that anymore. What we need... Oh, we've gone into tomorrow. We'll look at the figures in a moment. Let's demolish this. I want to concentrate on building for the moment. Demolish that. We're going to need... Let's get that demolished. Come on, guys. There you go. Right. And we want some conveyor belts. So you're sending stuff out. You're bringing stuff in. Okay, so we're going to need... Actually, we won't do you yet, because we'll just do incoming baggage for the moment. I think we'll leave baggage carousels. We'll leave incoming arriving baggage till the next episode. Yeah, that's what we will do. So we've got you, we've got conveyor belt there, so we need a transition down, which is the, ow, bother. Lack of mouse control. Let's get you in the right place. Utilities, conveyor, transition down. There. Okay, let's get you built. And I can see where I am. I'm not that great with planning, as you might have been able to tell. So I like to have things in situ so I can actually see how they are, where they are, and what I then need to do to connect them all together. There you go. Okay, so that's going down. So we've got you here. Now, let's get rid of that planning. Kind of pointless, really, but I had to put something in, I suppose. Right, now we need this. We do actually want to know where it's going to go. So if we have another down transition in here, so we'll have these bags. What have we got? We've got a conveyor belt here. So these are, this is a producer, so we're going to take you down here. Yep, and we'll actually turn you right, just right round here, and we will send. That's not too far away, and we'll send you down from there. So another conveyor down transition. I think this. No, that needs to be an up, doesn't it? Because we're bringing stuff up from downstairs. Dismantle that. Right, and then I'll, right, good. And I will then place that down transition conveyor belt that I misplaced. There, right, so you're going down. Okay, yep, you will do the bend there, won't you? Conveyors do go around corners quite nicely. So where's that last 10, well, 20%, 15, whatever. And you're done. Right, so you're down there. So we're going to need some foundation to take a conveyor belt from there. Should we run it underneath the tanks or not? Let's not. Let's see if we can take you down there. Just needs to be that wide. For this point in the game, for what we've got so far, it just needs to be like that. I think we can take you along there. And then join you up. And we're going to have lots of walls to demolish. And we'll put our up transition in there. I think that's the same issue I had when I was building the underground car park, wasn't it? That I got me up and me down transitions wrong. It's obviously a blind spot in my ability to envisage, to imagine things. Right, so we've got you there. We'll get that done. Right, we'll lay in our conveyor belt. Conveyor belt, there you go, from there, and then all the way down there to there. Then we'll have an up transition there, which should connect directly into that conveyor system there. Oh, this looks so good. It looks like it so should work. Come on, chaps. One last bit of conveyor belt and we're done. Excellent. Right, so It looks like it should work, I think. Requires connection. Ah. Why is there no connection? You should be connected, I think, if I've got this right. Okay, well, let's complete this. So, connected to 0 carousels, connected to 5 ticketing desks, 0 wrongs. Ah, that sounds good. Okay, so we're going to put the baggage depot, we're going to assign it to you, and you are 3 big plain gates, basically. So that's you closed. Okay, so what's the problem? So it requires at least 1 baggage cart. I think we will take, actually let's take 3, just to be absolutely certain. Okay, so we've got you, and we're still requires connection to a baggage hub. That looks like it should be okay. Oh, yes, it is. It's working. It is working. Excellent. Right. Despite that. Yeah, so you see the luggage being collected here at the ticket desks, put on the conveyor belt, making its way along this conveyor through the hub, down into the depths, back up again to the baggage depot. Well, it's a strange place for them to sit, but there you are. Why does it do that? That is a stupid route for it to take. Okay, that is impressive, and my rating with the airlines has gone up again another couple of %. Our profit for today, we're still in profit. Wow, how did that happen? Yesterday we made a loss of only 36,000. I mean, considering all the building I've been doing, material, $99,000 worth of materials. I'm very happy with that. Yes, indeedy. So cash flow. Yeah, cash flow was up yesterday, but then again, so were expenses by even more. Bank loans, my credit rating, 672. I've not been keeping track of that. It probably hasn't changed much because these percentages haven't changed either. The airport value, nearly 3 million. Okay. But yeah, revenue is an issue, so that's why I'm losing money. Perfect ops, nope. Right, okay, so I am so happy that that has worked. It took me a little longer to get it going than I thought. And it is annoying that that is showing as an error. Oh yeah, you've got numbers here as well. I haven't seen those before. So is that the number of bags? I think it must be. Yeah, oh that's cool. That might have been there in one of the early access versions. I don't remember seeing it. That is really good. Okay, so I think I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be here. Oh my goodness! Oh right, yeah. This is a great point to stop. I think we will finish this video right here. Well, in a couple of minutes anyway. Look at that morning schedule. Everything went through. Fully boarded. Within time. Green departure times. And it looks like everyone is fully boarded. All the way up to 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah. Excellent. Right, so a little bit of moving around within this schedule here and making some of the flights, extending their layover times, particularly these early morning ones, and putting a couple more staff on in the departure lounge and so on, appears to have done the trick. Again, just one check here, we're not getting full flights. So some of these planes, certainly on the B gate, our remote gate here, can take up to 250, I think. 250 passengers. We're getting nowhere near those numbers. So this gloriously green report could turn a nasty shade of red if we start getting full flights coming in to Bristol Airport here. But I am so pleased we might get a perfect ops result at the end of today. But you're going to have to wait for perhaps another week, thereabouts, 5-6 days, till the next episode of SimAirport to find out if I do get that. I am feeling so well chuffed, so well pleased with myself. I've got baggage working, I've got planes arriving and leaving on time, fully boarded. Result. So, if you're as happy with this as I am, it'd be great to hear from you. Leave us a like, a click on the old thumbs up button would be very much appreciated. But even better, actually, if you've got any thoughts, suggestions, comments, anything at all to say about the game, criticisms even of the bizarre way that I'm playing this, it would be awesome to hear from you. Just drop a note into the comments box below. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you can do that now. And then you'll be notified when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here, after a very successful day in SimAirport, until the next time, bye-bye for now.